Alright guys, I'm going to attempt this. This is the Dazzling Dahlia Pioneer Woman Placemat. And earlier today, I made a little zipper pouch for my laptop using the Pioneer Woman Placemat. So I'm going to attempt to try to show you guys this on video if you want to give it a try. So this is the Dazzling Dahlia Pioneer Woman Placemat. And what I've done is I've already pinned it. I've pinned the zipper to save some time, but I'm going to put it a little close so you guys can kind of see how I line that up. Okay. There we go. Just like that. And I have my little tails even and sticking out here at the end. And sometimes these placemats are hard to get lined up, you guys. So just to let you know, and sometimes I don't care how many times you try to get them perfect, they just won't line up. And it's not you, it's the placemat. So just letting you know, if you have some problems, it's not you, okay? And then I have the front part of the zipper facing up this way, alright? And then I just usually kind of clip it on the side to kind of help try to line it up per se as I'm sewing, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to run the zipper right quick, alright? I'm just going to run the zipper just like this. Y'all see? Just like that, okay? So what I'm going to do, when I put it down, I'm just going to open it up a bit. And I'm going to fold this part back so I don't catch it. And then run it up under the presser foot. And I have found that my regular presser foot works better for me than my zipper foot. So tonight I am working with my regular presser foot. And I'm just going to get it lined up under there. Just like that. Let me unzip it a little bit. Unzip it a little bit more. There we go. So it won't be so much pressure on it. There we go. And I'm just kind of eyeballing it and making sure, there we go, it's laying properly. And I'm using, let me show you guys what kind of needle I'm using. Because these placemats can be kind of thick, right? So you want a good heavy duty needle. And these are the ones that I'm using. It says heavy duty needle. And this is a 110/18. That's what I'm using, okay? Because the placemats can be kind of thick. And it'll be hard to try to get through, okay? And even so, it can still be a little tough. So I have found that 110/18s work pretty good. They work pretty good, you guys. And I'm just moving my clips as I go along, okay? Just moving my clips as I go along. you get to the end of your zipper, just back stitch. Alright, that's that side. I'm going to take that out. Then we're going to run that other side. Now we're going to run that other side. Okay, dokie. I'm going to cut these ends off of here. And then what I kind of do is I just kind of still kind of try to keep it as even as possible. And then before I run my other side, I kind of give my zipper a little stretch so that I can be for sure that it's going to line up. Alright. Okie dokie. So, now we're going to run this other side. And I'm going to flip this back a little bit. Okay? And then go back under here. Back under the presser foot. There we go. I'm going to move the one clip out of the way. And we're going to sew forward a little bit and then we're going to back stitch. Clip out, and I kind of have to maneuver your zipper just a little bit. Make sure it stays in place for you. One to clip out. We're just about done for the first part, okay? And back stitch. Bring it forward. All right. Clip your little tails. Clip this in. And with that, we should have our zipper in, okay? It all went well. Okay. Alright. So all went well. We got our zipper in. Alright. We got our zipper in. Okay, so I'm going to take my little clips out. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to unzip it. I'm going to unzip it. Okay. We're going to unzip it. And turn it inside out. You want to flip it inside out. Just like this. Okay. I'm going to close it a little bit. I like that. Okay. And then what I do to get my zipper up to the top, this is what I do. I'm going to close it just a little bit more. Okay, so usually when I make my zipper pouches, I center the zipper, okay? But instead of centering the zipper, let's take it up. So what I did was I looked inside to find the bric-a-brac, okay? This, to see where that was. And I wanted my zipper. So I looked inside to see what this was. And I wanted my zipper to be above that little ribbon thingy right there, okay? So I brought my zipper up. Okay. About yay high. To where when I peeked inside, I could tell that it was going to be above that, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin it. And we're going to sew down the sides, okay? Let me open a little bit more. And then remember, I said sometimes these bags line up and sometimes they don't. But you just get it to line up the best you can. When you sew down the sides, you can make up for the part that's going to be off a little bit. And I can already tell it's going to be off just a little bit. But it's the bag. Okay, so I am going to now sew down the sides. I'm going to put another clip on here. Kind of hold that together. Kind of help hold it in place. Okay, so I'm going to sew down the sides. And what I'm going to do right quick is I'm going to iron this. I like to iron it. That helps give it a good little shape too. So I'm going to hit it with the iron a little bit right quick to help flatten it out, okay? So you can do that to yours as well. We're just going to iron it out a little bit. We're going to go this way so y'all can see what I'm doing. And the zipper is synthetic, so you want to put your setting on a synthetic setting so you guys don't melt your zipper, okay? Alright. Alright, so I just wanted you guys to see what I was doing. So back right here. Get back right there. Alright. So, I'm going to re-clip it. Since we kind of pressed it out a little bit. I'm going to re-clip it. Just like this. And then I'm going to go straight down the sides. Probably about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Or just enough that I know I'm catching my size, okay? And this is also the opportunity to, when these bags don't line up for you just exact, you can kind of even it out as you do this side seam stitch here. So here we go. Yeah, I like it right about there. So I'm going to go forward, and then I'm going to back stitch a little bit. And we're almost done with this bag, okay? And when I get to that zipper part, I'm just going to go back and forth over that zipper part. And this is not a metal zipper, so it's not going to cause any harm. So when I get across that zipper, I'm going to back stitch. And then I'm going to bring it forward again. Run it. Take my clip out. Run it. Back stitch. And sew it off the fabric. Alright, so that's one side. We're doing okay. So far, so good. Okay. So, now I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. And you see this long tail here? I'm just going to clip that off. I'm just going to clip that off, okay? And then I'm just going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to run it. I'm going to line that up a little bit. Line that up a little bit, Janice. Run it down this side. About a 1/4 inch seam allowance on the side. Back stitch. Then run it. Clip out. When I get to that zipper, I'm going to run it across the zipper. And make sure your bag is unzipped, okay? Because you're going to need to get your hand inside so we can flip it back to the other side. If you sew down both sides and that zipper is closed, you will not be able to get in your bag, guys, okay? Been there, done that. You will not be able to get in that bag. Okay, when I get to that zipper part, I'm going to sew across and back. Back it up. Bring it forward, and I'm going to sew right off the bag. Get to the end, back stitch. A couple of times, and then sew off your fabric. Okay. Cut your ends. Cut your tail. Be careful, don't cut your back. Alright, guys. Get rid of this string here. Alright. So now we got to flip our bag to the inside, okay? Alright. So we're going to flip our bag in. Be careful. Get all your corners. Once I get it all flipped, I'll make sure I get all my corners poked out, okay? Just like this. Alright. Okay, let me get my little trusty chopstick here. And I use the back of it for stuff like this, so that I don't poke through my project. But it helps get in those corners. And then I kind of use the other end, my little pointy end here. But you got to be careful. Okay? Gotta be careful. You want to get these top little corners as well. Okay? Get your top. Get your top. Get your top. See how nice that turned out? Yeah? Get this one over here. Get down there in the bottom. Get your corners in the bottom. Okay? And we just made a bag. Look at that. Look at that. We just made a bag. Okay, that's your zipper side. That's your back side. Isn't it gorgeous? And then usually what I'll do is I'll lay it back on my ironing board. And I'll give it another little press. You got to be careful because you don't want to melt that zipper. Alright? Don't want to melt that zipper. Your zipper, I'm using a synthetic zipper. Okie dokie. So somebody asked me to do a tutorial, so I said I would give it a shot. And these bags are 14 inches by 9. So they're the perfect size for like a tote or a tablet. iPad is what I meant to say. iPad or a tablet. And I'm just going to take my chopstick again once I find out what I did with it. Here we go. Alright guys, our bag is done. Your bag is done. Your bag is done, hunty. Okay. And this is a 14 by 9. I measured it when I did the first one. Okay. So here's the one I did earlier. And I ran it with a red invisible zipper. And for this tutorial, I did this one and I ran it with a lime green invisible tutorial. I hope that helps someone. Yes, honey. Yes. Cute, right? Yes, yes. Alrighty. There we go. Happy sewing.